Ever stumbled across something that instantly screams, "You were never supposed to see this"? Our world hides terrifying secrets that logic still cannot explain. Mind-bending places that shock, disturb, and completely tear apart reality. These are mysteries with no answers. From ancient ruins to tomorrow's secrets, humanity's desperate search for answers is unstoppable.
Cornerstone of the counterinsurgency.
Number 32. Horseshoe crab. Take a look at this horseshoe crab. Despite its name, it is not actually a crab. It is a living fossil with a hard, armored shell and a long, pointed tail that make it look more like a prehistoric battle tank than a sea creature. These incredible animals have survived for hundreds of millions of years, outliving the dinosaurs, massive ice ages, and almost every disaster that wiped out countless other species. Somehow, they are still here. Number 31. Ocean titans. Millions of years ago, the megalodon ruled every ocean on Earth. A 60-foot shark with jaws powerful enough to crush a whale in a single bite. But 70 million years before that, something even more savage was already waiting in those same waters: the Mosasaurus. This is a 50-foot sea lizard built entirely for killing, armed with rows of razor-sharp fangs and a body designed to chase down anything that moved. Two of the most terrifying predators nature ever produced, separated by millions of years. But what would have happened if they had ever met? Megalodon versus Mosasaurus. Number 30. Human tree. Nature pulled off one of its most unbelievable tricks here. This is not an edited photo, and it is not a viral fake. It is a real tree. But look closely. Its trunk grew into the spitting image of a mysterious man. Number 29. The Dog Man. A man was home alone when he heard heavy footsteps pounding across his roof in the middle of the night. At first, he brushed it off as some wild animal running overhead. Then he pointed his camera toward the road outside. What happened next shocked him. A huge creature was moving through the darkness. It looked half man, half wolf. It was far larger than any ordinary animal. Its eyes were glowing. The man was convinced he had just captured something terrifying. He believed it was the legendary Dog Man, a creature often described as a giant, wolf-like humanoid. Number 28. Flying Man. A man dressed entirely in black stopped people in their tracks after he appeared to float through the air in the middle of a busy road. There was no visible source of support. He simply glided above the ground as stunned onlookers watched in disbelief. Number 27. Flying Reptile. The skies over Boise, Idaho, became the center of a mystery after a strange video recorded in 2015 resurfaced online. The footage appears to show a huge dark shape gliding silently above the city. It is not a bird. It does not look like a plane either. To many people, it looks remarkably like a pterodactyl, a flying reptile that lived during the age of the dinosaurs. People across the Treasure Valley have argued about the video for years. Some insist it is fake. Others are not so sure. But one question still refuses to go away. What if the video is completely real? Number 26. Flying Deer. You will not believe what just flew across this highway. 1 second the road was clear. The next, a full-grown deer came flying out of nowhere. Number 25. Black turtles. These black turtles put on an incredible show beneath the waves. They glide effortlessly through the water, turning the ocean into their own underwater playground. Number 24. Giant anaconda. On April 12, 2018, a video from Brazil stunned millions of people. It appeared to show a gigantic anaconda, estimated at around 50 feet long, tearing through the water. If the size is accurate, it would be far larger than any snake ever filmed. Number 23. Master camouflage. Octopuses are among the greatest escape artists in the animal kingdom. The moment danger gets too close, They can instantly change their color and texture, blending so perfectly with their surroundings. Number 22. Neon Thief. Have you ever seen a bee that looks like it flew straight out of a science fiction movie? Meet the neon cuckoo bee. Its dazzling metallic blue body and sleek black wings make it look almost too incredible to be real. But then it pulls off one of nature's boldest heists. Instead of building its own nest, it sneaks into another bee's nest, secretly lays its eggs inside, and leaves the unsuspecting bee to raise its babies as its own. Number 21. Snake Intruder. Take a look at this chaotic scene. A massive snake forces its way into a house as if it owns the place. So, what kind of snake do you think it is? Number 20. Pollen Ghost. At first, this looks like an ordinary tree, then it suddenly crashes to the ground and releases a massive cloud of yellow pollen into the air. For a few brief moments, the pollen hangs in the sky, forming the exact outline of the tree that was just standing there. Then the cloud begins to spread, covering everything below in a thick wave of pollen. It is one of nature's strangest and most breathtaking spectacles. Number 19. Wind Power. Take a look at the incredible power of the wind as it unleashed one of nature's most stunning displays. Number 18. Mexico Earthquake. Watch this terrifying moment from Mexico. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake hit with unstoppable force. The ground shook so hard you can see people struggling just to stay standing. Number 17. Live Animals. Some restaurants serve live animals right at your table before the meal is prepared. For many people, that crosses the line. Others see it as part of the dining experience. So, what do you think? Should it even be allowed? Number 16. Ghostly Bride. October 20th, 2011. Outside a quiet 7-Eleven in Malaysia, a shadowy figure slowly glides out of the darkness. It is draped in flowing white like a ghostly bride. But then you notice something deeply unsettling. That is no ordinary woman. Its face is ash gray. Its eyes look like dark, empty holes. There is no visible mouth, no visible nose. It simply stares into the brightly lit store. The clerk notices it and immediately steps outside. He looks around. The street is completely empty. So where did this come from? No one knows. Just moments later, the figure slips closer through the darkness, then vanishes in a blink. Number 15. Mystery Creature. A shepherd spotted a strange little creature hiding among a pile of rocks. It had the fluffy body of a young lamb, but its face and back were covered with sharp quills that looked remarkably like those of a porcupine. He carefully placed it inside a sack and later released it back into the wild. To this day, locals still argue over whether it was a known animal with a rare condition or something mysterious nobody has ever documented before. Number 14. Terrifying Bridge. Crossing this enormous bridge is not for the faint-hearted. Every step takes you farther above the ground, and one look down is enough to make your legs shake. It takes real courage to make it safely to the other side. Number 13. River Mystery. As a man walked along a jungle riverbank, he suddenly noticed enormous splashes erupting from the water. Convinced a giant creature was hiding beneath the surface, he quickly pulled out his phone and started recording. When the video spread online, wildlife experts finally solved the mystery. The commotion was caused by manatees caught in a rare breeding frenzy, giving people a fascinating glimpse into one of nature's least seen moments. Number 12. Insect Trick. This man definitely found a surprisingly clever way to deal with insects. Number 11. Sorrow Masks. Countless iron masks stare back in every direction. Not one of them is smiling. Every face looks frozen in sadness, making the place feel like a forgotten land where happiness has completely disappeared. Number 10. Frozen Forest. Beneath this thick layer of crystal-clear ice lies an entire forest. Trees remain trapped below the frozen surface, creating a breathtaking scene. Imagine skating across the ice while an entire forest stretches beneath your feet. Number 9. Pencil Summoning. A group of school children in Spain began fooling around in class by trying a pencil summoning game using nothing more than pencils and scraps of paper. At first, everyone laughed. Then something changed. The pencils began to twitch. Moments later, they started sliding across the paper on their own. Nobody was touching them. Panic broke out. The children screamed and ran, convinced they had awakened something dark. Number 8. Glowing scorpions. Scorpions have one of the strangest abilities in the animal kingdom. Shine an ultraviolet light on them, and they suddenly glow with an eerie blue-green light. This remarkable effect comes from special compounds found in their tough outer shell. Number 7. Gentle giant. A fishing crew believed they had hooked some kind of deep-sea monster. But when they finally pulled the net onto the boat, everyone stood there in disbelief. Inside was a massive manta ray, one of the ocean's gentle giants. These peaceful animals sometimes become trapped in fishing gear, but finding one this enormous is incredibly rare. Watching them glide through the ocean is breathtaking. Seeing one caught in a net is a reminder of why this vulnerable species needs protection. Number 6. Foam invasion. A thick blanket of foam suddenly spilled into the streets, covering large parts of the city in what looked like giant bubbles. The strange white foam rolled through the roads, creating a scene that looked both beautiful and unsettling. It was almost as if the sky had emptied a giant bottle of bubble bath over the entire city. Number 5. Deadly winds. A calm afternoon in Tempe turned deadly in seconds. One moment it was quiet, the next, powerful winds ripped through the city, ripping trees from the ground and throwing debris everywhere. Number 4. Pet rats. Pet rats? It sounds completely unbelievable, but it is absolutely real. Many people keep rats as pets because they are surprisingly intelligent, playful, and can even learn simple tricks. Number 3. Shadow figure. Late one eerie night, a security camera in California captured something that still leaves people wondering. The streetlights suddenly began flickering. Then, a towering, shadowy figure slowly emerged from the darkness. Its body looked hazy, almost transparent, but its head glowed with an eerie light that stood out against the night. Moments later, the strange figure faded away into the darkness. Number 2. Hammerhead worm. Meet the hammerhead worm. It looks like an alien that escaped from a science fiction horror movie, but its appearance is only the beginning. This strange predator uses venom to overpower its prey before powerful chemicals begin breaking the victim down, allowing the worm to feed. Number 1. Sleeping giants. Deep in the darkest parts of the ocean, giant sperm whales sometimes stop moving and hang upright in the water, like frozen ghosts. The sight is both breathtaking and eerie. These ocean giants spend only about 7 to 10% of their days sleeping, usually in short naps lasting just 10 to 15 minutes. Even then, only one half of the brain sleeps while the other stays awake, allowing the whale to keep breathing, watch for danger, and stay aware of its surroundings. Watching an entire group drift silently through the deep is one of the rarest sights in the natural world.